Hey everybody, Sean here, and I hope you're doing well. As the headline reads, Chrislam now has an Interfaith Symphony. One person before didn't seem to understand what Chrislam is. No, there is no actual religion called Chrislam, but with comments from people like Brian Houston saying that Allah and Yahweh are the same God, Rick Warren speaking so highly of the Pope, and the Pope himself pushing this ecumenical movement to bond all faiths, Chrislam has been a nickname given to this movement, especially being that Islam and Christianity are so different. As we can see, Mohammed bin Zayed is the creator of this so-called cooperation and peace agreement, and it's being supported by many countries. If we click on the Abrahamic Symphony, it takes us here, where we can read that it's about bringing together top international composers, musicians, and vocal ensembles from Christian, Jewish, and Muslim backgrounds, and that the symphony celebrates dialogue amongst different faiths. On the surface, that sounds like a great opportunity to share our faith with others, but that's not what the Abraham Accords is all about. It's about tolerating our differences. Chrislam and the ecumenical movement want to unite in love and peace without acknowledging Jesus Christ as the Prince of Peace. And while the Pope isn't a big part of the Abraham Accords at this point, it's only a matter of time. But one thing is certain, as a Muslim leader, Mohammed bin Zayed cannot be sincere about a loving peace between Jews and Christians, because the Islamic faith has many teachings about not being friends with Jews and Christians. Like this verse, showing many acceptable translations. O believers, take not Jews and Christians as friends. They are friends of each other. Whoso of you makes them his friends is one of them. God guides not the people of the evildoers. And there's so many other surahs of violence against non-believers, and especially Christians and Jews. Surah 3, 151, we shall cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. Surah 2, 191, and kill them wherever you find them. Kill them. Such is the recompense of the disbelievers. Surah 9:5, then kill the disbelievers wherever you find them, capture them and besiege them, and lie in wait for them in each and every ambush. In fact, you can find lots about their faith online. As we read here, it's a permanent command in Islam for Muslims to hate and despise Jews and Christians and not take them as friends. And this comes from many of their teachings. We already read this one about not being friends. So how about this one? The Prophet said, the hour will not come until the Muslims fight the Jews and kill them. It will not come until the Jew hides behind rocks and trees. It will not come until the rocks or the trees say, O Muslim, O servant of God, there is a Jew behind me. Come and kill him. Here's another one. Allah's apostle said, by him in whose hands my soul is, surely the Son of Mary will soon descend amongst you and will judge mankind justly. He will break the cross and kill the pigs, that's Jews and Christians, and there will be no Jesus. This is stating that the Muslim prophet Jesus will return to earth with Muhammad and will cast all Christians to hell and kill all Jews in order that Muslims may go to paradise. My friends, this so-called religion of peace called Chrislam is opposite of what Islam actually preaches. And there are so many other verses you can read that show peace with our faiths is not the goal. This is far different than Christianity, where God says to bless them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. We are told not to pay back wrong for wrong, and to always strive to do what is good for each other and everyone else. And there's many other verses. But our gods are definitely not on the same page. So why is Mohammed bin Zayed doing this? Islam also has a belief called taqiyya, which basically means the times when it's okay to lie, which is interesting and a bit hypocritical considering they believe in the Ten Commandments. The fact is that lying is a sin, and no matter how you justify that sin, it's still sin. But in their faith, their God allows it and turns a blind eye to this sin in certain situations. In a nutshell, lying is okay in Islam if that lie furthers the interests of Islam and Allah. So whatever the end goal is with Chrislam, it's not peace with our faiths. At the end of the day, Chrislam, the ecumenical movement, and all this interfaith stuff is a cover-up for something else. We know how it all ends, and it's not good for Christians. Revelation 24 reads, "I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of their testimony of Jesus and because of the word of God." Peace will only occur when Christ returns. It's interesting that we are told Christians will be beheaded and that this is also a practice of Islam. Will this be connected? Only time will tell. But don't be fooled. Chrislam and the ecumenical movement will not bring peace in Christendom. Preach the gospel of Christ to everybody in love while you can, because it won't be long until it's considered a crime everywhere. And if you want to find out more about how to share the gospel with a Muslim, click the link above. But until next time, take care and God bless.